Hello YouTube, my name is Jack Clark, the Musketeer, coming to you with another video. How are you? So, we have more information from Duelist Pack, Legend Duelist, or Legend of the Duelist, or whatever you want to call it. We have a new card from the GX era. We've moved on from Joey, Mai, and Mako Tsunami, and now we have Cyberdarkness Dragon, a level 10 Dark Machine type effect monster with 2000 attack and 2000 defense. This is awesome. Its fusion materials are, now count them, 5 Cyberdark effect monsters. Now, of course, we know there are only 4 Cyberdark effect monsters, well, technically 5 now with this card being introduced, but this is probably indicative of there being more Cyberdark support in this set, which is freaking awesome. It can only be special summoned from the extra deck by fusion summoning it. It's got 3 effects. The first effect is that if this card is special summoned, you can equip 1 dragon or machine type monster from your graveyard to this card as an equip card. Second effect is that this card gains attack equal to the original attack of a monster equipped to it by its effect. Third effect, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can send 1 equip card from your field to the graveyard to negate that activation. So, there are a few things going on here. Now, of course, we don't have, supposedly, the rest of this new Cyberdark support that is probably going to be released in this set as well. But with these effects, we can kind of come to various conclusions as to what it's going to be. Now, of course, it has 5 Cyberdark effect monsters as its fusion materials, which of course means we're going to have more Cyberdark monsters to work with. So a retrained Cyberdark Horn, Keel, and what's the next? Edge. That's it. Which is really awesome because of course there's more support on the way. Now, this card can only be summoned by fusion summoning it. Maybe there'll be a card that fusion summons them inherited with those Cyberdark effect monsters. I'm not quite sure. This is a lot of speculative talk. But the effect to equip any dragon or machine from your graveyard to this card fixes one of the main problems that Cyberdark decks had in the past, was of course you had to straddle the line between the machine monsters that actually did stuff and the dragons that you were trying to equip to them. So with this, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can just equip any dragon, any machine, and you can have the best of both worlds, which is really rather nice there. Now, this card gains the original attack of the monsters equipped to it with this effect. Now, this only has one way of equipping a card to itself. So what I'm going to assume is that the Cyberdark monsters are going to be maybe union monsters, or maybe they're going to have effects that equip themselves to other monsters, or have effects when equipped to another monster, because I can imagine very easily that the support they're going to be getting is going to synergize with Cyberdarkness Dragon and allow them to be treated as if they were equipped to by that monster's effect, for example. Now, when your opponent activates a card effect, being able to send an equip card from your field to the graveyard to negate the activation is awesome. So we could see some more just generic equip support for the Cyberdarks that would synergize with the obvious equipping shenanigans the monsters are probably going to have. So just being able to negate an activation is awesome. You have as many cards equipped to this as possible, and you can just negate anything your opponent does, really. Now, in a post-links format world, this, of course, being a fusion monster, does suck. Cybers, as a archetype, not even just Cyberdarks, have been hit by that very, very hard. But the Cyberdarks were always different. They were always a series of cyber monsters from the main deck that could fuse together into a extra deck boss monster, but of course they didn't have to do that. Of course, they've become a long since way since the era of the Cyberdarks, but of course, I can very well see, if this support is good enough, a Cyberdark deck which has this card at the helm, and you just summon this card immediately as fast as you can, and equip it with as many cards as possible, and just kind of Voltron strategy, equip it with loads of stuff. It will have stupidly high attack, and the ability to negate any of your opponent's cards or effects at any point. It's not even once per turn. This card is awesome. This card's artwork is freaking awesome as well, because if we have a proper look at the artwork as well, of course we can see the horn, we can see the edge, and we can see the keel. But what's that up top? That looks like... so it requires 5 monsters. So in addition to the old ones, which is included in the art, we look like we have some kind of a cannon. Maybe there's going to be some kind of a centipede-esque Cyberdark governed from this art. We've got 2 spikes at the top, which kind of look like they could be insectoid pincers. That's only me guesstimating, though. But I gotta say, artwork looks freaking awesome, and the art, and coupled with the effect, guys, I'm really excited for the Cyberdark support that will be coming out in Duelist Legend, or Legend of the Duelist, or whatever you want to call it. Either way, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have more suggestions for videos in the future, then do say so in the comments. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Clark, the Musketeer. More videos coming out to you soon, but until then, goodbye.